Back again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Uriah G. Today we're gonna react to Raw after WrestleMania 41 was epic. Let's get right into the video.
People, the feeling of Raw after WrestleMania is officially back. Literally one of the best Raw episodes I've seen in ages. Highlight after highlight after highlight after highlight after highlight. And you know what, brother? This made me feel like a kid again, and not just because I look like one. You know what's crazy? Whatever happened on this episode of Raw felt more exciting than anything we saw on the road to WrestleMania. It honestly feels like now there's a couple of months before Mania. I guess SummerSlam is gonna feed generations. Man, it's so refreshing. I've been doing Raw reviews for what, like 10 years almost? I remember the last time I was so excited to talk about an episode of Monday Night Raw. The last time I felt like there's so much to talk about. It's like,
How y'all feel about Raw after WrestleMania 41? I think it was interesting, and the way Triple H booked it, it turned out to be a good event.
an apology for whatever that was. They should have did the entire show in black and white filter. You know, you know. People, welcome to Raw After Mania review. If you're new to the channel, man, consider subscribing. On this channel, we not only talk about professional wrestling and share our opinions, sometimes we kiss and stuff. We're wrestling fans, we love professional wrestling, but we don't let the mark mentality control our minds and souls. It's not about the star ratings, people. It's about what you feel right here in your titty. So the show kicks off with John Cena. I love that the entrance is a casual thing right now, and
Yeah, when I turned the TV on, I'm like, he's pretty much the venue, the stadium was in like all black, and you know his attire was black, and I guess it's pretty much like a heel thing in a sense, because he's the bad guy, so he has to play in the character role as a villain and portraying, okay, let's have all the lights off in a sense.
he wasn't pleased with the announcement, so he made the guy announce him as this only real champion in the WWE. I guess the last real champion, right? People are cheering for him, thank you Cena, but he calls them hypocrites. This is a toxic, dysfunctional relationship, and y'all owe me an apology. You're soft, you're lowlifes, you're idiots. And the crowd started chanting, "We are sorry." So, this is a dysfunctional relationship, and I'm a part of it. Only 36 dates left. So he keeps counting them, and it's only 27 appearances left. Not matches, appearances. You know what? That's kind of sad. He says he's the real undisputed champion, referencing legends like Bruno, Austin, Punk. Somebody got.
You guys think Cena's next reign is gonna be this reign, the 17th time? Because he surpassed Ric Flair. So, do you guys think that this reign for his last year in the company is gonna be amazing, or do you think?
Gotta mention Randy. Every time somebody's mentioning these legends, they forget Randy Orton, and that makes me sad. I find that offensive. I find that disgusting, honestly. But I saw the Backlash poster, people. I was like, please tell me Randy's coming out. Cody was the only one who could have stopped him, but he...
Oh, it's crazy the fact that Randy Orton really came out, returned. Well, no, he didn't return. He's been back, but now, you know, we're circulating and stirring up for a new potential storyline rivalry, and it could be Cena's first potential opponent for his championship reign, which would be Randy Orton.
He got destroyed at SummerSlam. There's no one in the WWE with the heart, speed, strength, wisdom, or ruthless aggression that I have. The moment he mentioned ruthless aggression, I was like, it's gotta be Randy Orton. It's a name of the era. Orton, Batista, Cena, Lesnar. These are the ruthless aggression guys. Take a picture. This is a moment to remember. Randy Orton appears out of nowhere, hits an RKO, huge pop, picks up the championship, holds it, and this is our Backlash match, and I am so happy for it. People, this is literally my childhood. 2007, Lithuania. Most of you probably don't even know that this country exists. But basically, I remember being a kid.
Well, we definitely know Cena's gonna hold on to that title for some time.
I was like 6, 7 years old. Me, my uncles, everybody was watching professional wrestling. I don't know about the States, but in Lithuania, we were basically either a Randy guy or a Cena guy. And our house, everybody in that goddamn house was a Randy guy. You know, this brings me back to childhood. I'm so excited about the match. And again, I get so much shit for saying this. I know it's not gonna be a 5-star classic. It's about the visual, people. It's about the visual, the hype.
It definitely will be a good match, though, I feel. Because Randy Orton versus Cena, usually their older rivalries, they knew how to put on good matches against each other.
Last Randy Orton versus John Cena match in the WWE. It defines a certain era of professional wrestling. The way people compare Austin to The Rock, we kids compared Cena to Randy Orton. In a way, I know, oh my god, the comments are gonna go crazy. It's not the same. I get it. I'm just saying it's a certain era of professional wrestling that me and a lot of you probably grew up with, and this is very exciting. I know Randy Orton's not gonna win the match, it's obvious, but you know, I can't wait to just tune into WWE and feel like he could again. It seems like we're going to get a lot of these dream matches with John Cena. I think the next one, the SummerSlam match maybe, well, it might be Cody, but I feel like one match that is definitely coming is John Cena versus CM Punk. That is another rivalry that defines a certain era in the WWE. Probably.
Yeah, we can definitely get that again. Pretty much reliving all of Cena's old rivalries again. That'll be good, I guess.
The best rivalry of the PG era. So I'm like, okay, Raw after WrestleMania is great so far. How can they top?
And they definitely will give Randy Orton another championship reign when it comes to, I guess, a world title.
That? How can they possibly top that? This was not the main segment of the show. I know it doesn't mean a lot, but I was like, this is going good so far. And literally before the show I tweeted, you know, Travis Scott getting involved sucked ass. It left a bad taste in my mouth, people. And I'm like, Raw after Mania needs to go hard, because wrestling is all about highs and lows, and no matter how bad it gets, it pulls you back in. And Triple H, Papa H, boy, you need to pull me back in. You need to pull me back in, boy. We saw the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match, WrestleMania rematch, actually. And I think a lot of us had an idea on what's going to happen, because this is Raw after WrestleMania and you are expecting certain moments. This was actually a very good match. Probably even better than the WrestleMania match, because, you know, they were given more time. I think so, at least. I could be totally wrong right here. But they went
Like, they had a rematch and then dropped the titles.
hard, and obviously the crowd responded. This is awesome chants, but Lyra Valkyria got pinned by Liv Morgan, and I guess at this point it confirmed our speculations. Becky Lynch turned heel on Lyra Valkyria.
Wait, how long has Becky Lynch been gone? I haven't seen her. Am I wrong? Like, she's been gone for some time, I think. So then she's back and now she's a heel. Okay. Do you guys think that she's gonna get booed as a heel, or do you think?
And she was so shocked. She respects Becky so much, she didn't fight back, because Becky came back multiple times and Lyra didn't do anything. She was shocked, she was hurt, but the man is a heel now.
You got an advertisement, okay.
Seth Rollins at this point. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. I'm so excited. People, I'm still on that streak. I barely slept. Before Raw, I took a nap like a baby. I watched Monday Night Raw, now it's 8 a.m. and I'm making that review. Gotta love it when WWE doesn't suck, right? So obviously this is a good thing. Becky Lynch versus Lyra, Intercontinental Championship, making that championship even.
And if you think about it, if the way I'd book it, I've heard her drop the title, because we need to have new championship reigns for that belt, that women's US belt. I only say that because isn't she like the first, first one to be the first one to hold it? I don't know her name, the new wrestler, but dropping it to Becky Lynch wouldn't be really a big deal, because we need more new reigns, because it's a new title.
even more prestigious. I mean, maybe even is not the right way to say it, but making it prestigious, I guess. Lyra is great, really underrated. Well, is she really underrated? She's a champion, the crowd are responding well, IWC are responding well, so yeah, she's good. She's basically good, that's all I'm trying to say. I'm excited about the storyline, I'm excited about Bayley's return. Obviously, at one point, I think Becky is going to win that championship. Bayley is going to make that comeback. Bayley versus Becky, Intercontinental Championship. It's a big deal, can't wait. But so far, this episode was going really, really well. I was like, okay, there's already so much to talk about. I thought this episode is going to be all about Randy Orton and John Cena, this review. No. Then we see the New Day celebrating the championship victory. They
I already knew they were gonna win, of
got
course.
interrupted by Alpha Academy and they claim, well, the last time you faced these two, you lost. So we got a challenge. The match is about to start, random ass music starts. I'm like, who the hell is that? Obviously, I heard the rumors. I knew that, Rusev is going to come back one day, but he came back on this episode of Raw. He made his return. Looks like he's in a great shape and he made a statement. I'm a bad guy by attacking the good guys. So I'm happy to see him in the WWE. One concern I have is that I don't see where he fits in right now necessarily. There are some dream matches. Rusev versus Bronson Reed, Rusev versus Gunter would be amazing, but all of them are heel. So I can't wait to see what WWE are going to cook, but I feel like we might have the same problem we have with Andrade. He came back, he got a couple of interesting rivalries, matches, like he's always entertaining to watch, but he's not that featured. And the roster is large right now, so I just hope for the best. And one thing that I didn't like, which is not that big of a deal, obviously, I'm just excited to see his return. This was kind of random. Why would he... Alpha Academy? Not a very impactful return, I would say. What
Yeah, we need more debuts and stuff like that.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So the Judgment Day are kind of cool now. We'll see for how long. But then we saw Io Sky's celebration.
Oh yeah, and impactful returns that are meaningful.
You deserve a chance, people are happy, just like myself. She thanks the crowd, and the NXT Women's Champion Stephanie Vaquer interrupts and makes a challenge. People are going crazy. This is, in a way, kind of a dream match, I guess. Adam Pearce comes out to massive boos, but then he says, do you want to see this match? Everybody cheers, and we got the match official. So I don't really watch NXT, but I know so many fans were really, really excited about this one, and the match absolutely delivered. It was basically WWE saying, let's sometimes forget about the stories, let's give the fans what they want. And honestly, I wish WWE would do this a bit more often. Doesn't hurt nobody, especially with the fact that it actually progressed some storylines. So Roxanne Perez interfered, ended the match, massive boost, obviously horrible human being. Then we got Julia and Rhea Ripley made
Did I even watch this segment? I'm not sure.
the save. So some interesting rivalries are cooking up. One thing I'm not sure about is are they called up to the main roster or not? That wasn't necessarily said on commentary, and I didn't see any tweets, so we'll see about that. Okay, so we got the Jey Uso celebration, which is nice. Obviously, it's a big deal. Sami Zayn came out, emotional moment. I was
And they teased a heel turn.
enjoying it, but I felt like it was a little bit pointless in a way. At one point, I know you thought about it too. They were eating and I was like, okay, he's turning heel, right? And he did the exact same thing I was thinking about. In my mind, I was like, they're going to climb the top rope, do the eating, and Sami Zayn is gonna, stop doing that and attack Jey Uso. That's exactly what he did. He stopped the eating. He was behind Jay, but he didn't turn heel. Was that a hint? Was that a tease? I'm not sure. But then we got Jimmy Uso. They were celebrating, and that was
I
basically
mean, if that is the case, then I guess that'll be his first, potential rivalry.
it. Didn't progress any storylines or nothing. Was a little bit pointless. It's crazy to say, but this was the lowest point of the show. Crazy to say. Wasn't bad, but a little bit pointless. Unless they are teasing that Sami Zayn heel turn. It's such a great relationship, Jay and Sami Zayn, that in a way, like, you actually, as a wrestling fan, are gonna feel a little bit hurt by this. Like, if Sami turns on Jay, I'm gonna feel that, I'm gonna hate it, and I'm gonna love it at the same time. You know that feeling? AJ Styles reflects on his loss against Logan Paul and says, well, this guy has a lot of tricks. He's playing these mind games, and it didn't work out for me. We got Karrion Kross, huge pop. Man, I'm so happy for the guy. We also got a push Karrion Kross sign in the audience, And y'all know why. Dude, you probably saw this. If you didn't, you gotta watch it. It's this YouTube video, WWE WrestleMania recap, or whatever the case may be, with Sam Roberts, basically. And he was on the podcast, and he got this emotional, real, fourth wall breaking promo about the WWE management, Logan Paul. This is the best thing he did in his WWE career so far. It's wild. Like, literally, you watch that, you almost get goosebumps from this promo. And it just proved me this guy is great. And I really hope the push is gonna start. I love that he talked about how WWE is all about viral
I don't know too much about him, I don't think.
moments. After that promo, he got viral. He was trending on Twitter. People are chanting his name, popping for the guy. I feel like this is the start of Karrion Kross's rise in the WWE, and I'm so happy for the guy. So obviously, he talks about how AJ is wrong for not taking the opportunity. Karrion versus AJ seems to be the rivalry, but I also wouldn't mind Karrion versus Logan Paul. It's just that the dynamic is going to be weird because both are heels. Okay, this was wild. Gunther is angry about the commentators because, you know, they are happy that Jey Uso won, and they said some nasty things about him on commentary, and he started attacking Michael Cole, who before just said, I didn't tap out, you did. So he attacked Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee, like a true friend, like a true badass, saved Michael Cole, but, you know, paid the price. Oh boy, did he pay the price. I love these kind of moments where it just feels like chaos. You're not supposed to touch commentary. You don't expect Pat McAfee fighting. You don't expect Michael Cole to see in this kind of environment. So I absolutely love this. And oh my god, Michael Cole. Ball so big, he needs custom pants. Ball so big, he needs 2 buckets just to carry his ball sack. Oh my god. Did you see that backstage segment where he says we
Well, this is gonna be a long video, guys, but hey.
can't work in this environment, and Adam tells him to take a break. I'm not gonna let some bully not allow me to do my job. Massive
Oh
cheer.
yeah, cause Gunther, man, I don't know if he was already talking about that. Man, he went out there, he was mad that, I guess he was just mad that he lost at WrestleMania against Jey Uso. And he went out there and he choked out Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. Well, he was about to choke out Michael Cole, but Pat McAfee came for the save. And then Gunther just literally choked out Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee was gasping for air.
Ears, balls pumping. What a badass line from Michael Cole right here. You go, Michael. Put on that fucking orange attire. One more match. Continue the WrestleMania streak. Gunther versus Michael Cole. Book it. Book it. Now I'm wondering what this is all about. Possibly to write off Pat McAfee of commentary. One thing that I choose, Gunther looks amazing. Gunther looks unbelievable. He lost the match. WWE needed to do something special. I get that. But I wonder what that means. I kinda expected Wade Barrett at one point because there were rumors that he's coming back to the ring. We didn't see it yet. So I feel like at least a one-off between Gunther and Wade Barrett standing up for his friends would be really, really nice. Pat McAfee versus Gunther sounds kinda cool, obviously. But I think it's as simple as WWE needed to write Pat McAfee off, possibly, and at the same time make Gunther look badass. Maybe that's all there is to it. But this is the type of stuff I want from Monday Night Raw. To kind of switch up the formula. Then we saw Dominic Mysterio versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, it's so weird now, but Dominic is getting cheered. He is the fan favorite, and I really sense a very good storyline out of this. So first of all, JD...
And I guess that's probably why Triple H booked him to win, because he knew that that would probably happen.
McDonough made his return.
The feedback from the crowd.
And help Dominic Mysterio retain the championship. And it's weird because Finn Balor sees all of them being so happy, thriving in the WWE, and he's almost like kind of jealous in a way because he's the only one who's taking losses and not getting anything out of it. So obviously the story is Dominic versus Finn Balor. I just wonder which one is going to be the babyface. But I really sense a very cool storyline with Dominic Mysterio where the cheers are getting to his head and he's just showering in these cheers, claiming he's the best superstar ever. I think we already saw that on Pat McAfee's show where he basically said, I could go into the Hall of Fame today. You know, I really hope the cheers are going to get to him. His ego is going to skyrocket, if that's even more possible. Or he could literally turn babyface, which I don't see happening right now. But man, this show was really, really good. And obviously, the main segment of the show, we see Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman out, and I was so excited about it. But I almost got disappointed because the bald fraud, Triple H, fooled us. He did the shit again where he basically puts on written by Paul Evesquine Fit Living, you know? The show ends because before that all they said was, I took Wise Man from Roman Reigns, I stole CM Punk's best friend, I am the winner of the main event of WrestleMania, I am. CM Punk comes out and CM Punk basically got his ass whooped. Heyman says there is a new reigning defense.
Oh, and then this is literally the ending of the show, technically, right? And then Braun Breaker comes out, and then it forms a new faction with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman.
Finding undisputed #1 top star in the industry, Seth frickin' Rollins. And it seems like the show is over. I was like, okay, I get it, but that was a little underwhelming. A little underwhelming. Come on. Roman's music hits, we got a big fight, and it seems like that's gonna be the big deal, right? Roman Reigns is on Monday Night Raw. You don't really expect that nowadays that much. Paul Heyman, before the show revealed, he's actually looking for more clients. And I'm like, okay, I like the idea of Paul Heyman, you know, building these new stars, having this faction. And I'm like, okay, maybe somebody is gonna come out. So we got a spear, and it's Braun Breaker. I'm like, of course it's Braun Breaker. Like, this is so obvious, and I'm so happy WWE did it. Obviously, Braun Breaker looked like an absolute beast, and this is the new faction. This is the new Heyman alliance. Rollins, Breaker, Heyman, we'll see who joins. This episode literally feels like it's almost like a new era in the WWE. And it's so exciting because I'm a huge fan of Braun Breaker. I talked about this in my WrestleMania review, how he's, you know, almost like my favorite wrestler. And now we get this faction where basically he's now going to be.
I heard it could be Evolution 2.0 or Shield. I don't know. That's what I was hearing.
The top star in the WWE. There's so much to talk about, so much to speculate. Who's gonna join them? Maybe some kind of a tag team, we'll see. But also this idea that Roman Reigns and CM Punk are gonna work together right now. Because I was wondering about that. I think I talked about that in my WrestleMania review, how Roman Reigns and CM Punk are going to be a bit more friendly because they've both been betrayed by Paul Heyman. And I was like, but Seth Rollins is alone. Now he's not. It's gonna be a very interesting storyline where Roman Reigns and CM Punk are kind of forced to work together. I really hope WWE are going to set up a match at Backlash, because Backlash, John Cena versus Randy, this tag team match, it looks like a great pay, almost like SummerSlam. So I really hope that's what WWE are going to cook. And what an ending, man. What a cliffhanger. What a way to tell the fans.
Let's just see what Triple H got in store next.
Yeah, you gotta watch next episode. You really gotta watch, because this is different. It's like a reset button. And it's not like WWE was horrendous before Mania, but this feels like a reset button, new era, and Seth Rollins is going to do the best work of his career. He's finally going to be the guy. And again, most importantly, I'm just so happy for Braun Breaker. We talked about this for like years now, how he's going to be the next Paul Heyman guy down the line. And we even saw this NXT segment, I remember, where he was basically talking with Paul Heyman, and they teased it like years and years ago. So this is awesome, man. This is awesome. What an
Yeah, I could see Braun Breaker being a Paul Heyman guy.
episode of Raw. Thank you so much for watching.
Alright, that was Raw after WrestleMania 41 was epic. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned. And yeah, Uriah out.